So we're recording. Hopefully we can keep this recording, but this is time and date. Time and date. So hello, my name is TALAN GODFREY. I'm a real gang stalking victim. I'm a real targeted individual. So gang stalking is basically what the East German Stasi did to their own people with direct energy weapons and mind control technology. Gang stalking is basically what the COINTELPRO bros did to Americans with direct energy weapons and mind control technology. Okay, gang stalking had nothing to do with religion or spirituality. Gang stalking had nothing to do with the supernatural, the paranormal, the metaphysical. Gang stalking had nothing to do with astral projection, psychic ability, monitoring spirits, or that super thing called the chosen one, and you believe otherwise, you are willing propagandists involved in the psychological operation campaign to get the real gang stalking victim in trouble. Like I told people all the time, I don't know everything. I barely know anything because but the nanotech and the smart dust technology, the electromagnetic radiation used to track and trace us real gang stalking victims on the globe. I don't know, but I will get to what this dude talked about, the heart murmur thing, the ghost murmur thing. That is interesting. But that reminds me what you see here, and this was a really good website, by the way. I'm so sad that this website about to be shut down. That really pisses me off because you're gonna find on this website you're gonna find some weird stuff that's dealing with what gang stalking victims are actually are going through. And Alex Jones was one of the people who pushed Dr. John Hall into the mainstream back in the early 2010s with Dr. Robert Duncan. And because of Alex Jones, there's so many people who are gang stalking victims who are not in jail, not in prison, not taking medicines that they don't need, and they have their family are still together, and these people still have jobs. I lost my job. I lost my family, but I'm not taking medicines that I don't need, and I'm not in jail and I'm not in prison. So, but this to me is really amazing. And you want to have these fake gang stalking victims keep doing this reptilian tongue thing right here. He ain't gonna talk about this. He ain't gonna talk about this. This dude, the fake gang stalking victims, right? This dude right here doing the reptilian tongue thing. He ain't gonna talk about this. The same with the fake gang stalking victims. Let's see if I can find it.
A $300
Stephanie the Secret. This shield. The shield is gonna talk about this. The shield's gonna talk about witchcraft and myth and stuff like that, and then lie about Dr. Robert Duncan doing the Freemason hand to the chin thing. When I do the hand to the chin thing, it's not a Freemason thing. I'm actually just doing this. But she's being signal boosted and astroturfed. And on top of that, she's monetized. I'm not monetized. I'm being censored, shadow banned, blacklisted, delisted, and then look at that. Yeah, she was signal boosted during 2 days ago. So she probably got signal boosted because I was talking about the COVID vaccine at my protest for Santa Monica here. So you got so many fake gang stalking victims. Not even funny. But let's get to this fake one. Actually, I'm gonna get to this right here. This is really amazing. Now you can read. This is the Alex Jones War Room. This will be gone by 2 days. 2 days from now, this whole website will be gone. But this dude is talking about the ghost murmur. Now, you know about the older gang stalking victims content. Maybe you can go to my channel, Stephanie the Seeker. Okay, don't go to Stephanie the Seeker stuff. Don't look at this woman. She's a fake gang stalking victim. But you go to my channel. Let's look at my videos, right? In Culver City, right next to the Expo Line train. Right there's a video. Blah 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 blah. Where is that? Where is it? Where is it? There it is, right here. This video was talking about that everyone has a brain chip. This was from 13 years ago. From 13 years ago, and they were talking about everybody has a brain chip, and if you have access to other people's brain chip, you can send electronic harassment to these gang stalking victims. He said this back in 2013. Then you have that targeted individual guy, that Kevin Christensen guy. Let's go back to my channel in Culver City, right next to the Expo Line train. Okay, let's go to videos. So we can find this guy right here.
device that they use as a
And he does a reptilian tongue thing as well. Because he does that. I don't know why he did it. But this guy was talking about as well that people have access to your body, and they can have access to your body with the electromagnetic waves, and they can send pain to your body, read your mind, read your thoughts, manipulate your mind. And anyway, it's right here in this video right here. But you have what you call it, Sabrina Wallace. Sabrina Wallace. Nanotech in the human body. It's not her main channel, but you have Sabrina Wallace, Nanotech in the Human Body, talking about nanotechnology, smart disk technology, the Internet of Bodies, the Internet of Things, how they can send pain and suffering to your body. She talks about that, and by the way, her stuff is on BitChute and Rumble. BitChute and Rumble. BitChute and Rumble. Okay? And you have, again, Alex Jones talked about the same thing, that there's a node. We gang stalking victims are a node in the Internet of Bodies, the Internet of Things, the AI matrix, the AI global governance, the AI data centers, the New World Order beast matrix, whatever, whatever. We are a node. We are a node in that. And they read in our minds, sending us pain and suffering. Brian, too, talked about it. Brian, too. Go back to my channel. Brian, too. Brian, too, talked about that. Where's Brian, too, at? Brian too is somewhere on here. By the way, you should really watch this video of this guy saying that these people are trying to make us real gang stalking victims believe that we have psychic ability when we don't. But where's Brian too at? Did they get rid of Brian too? Where's Brian too at? Did they get rid of my Brian 2 stuff? I'm going to get to the purpose of my video. By the way, I was talking to my psychologist about getting a job, and I got street leader harassment campaign. And this dude's talking about in this video neuro weapons, cognitive liberty neuro weapons right here, talking about how they implanted images into a mouse's brain, and that mouse believed what he was seeing was real, and he acted like there was a threat, but it was a fake image implanted into that poor little mouse's brain. But where is it? Where's Brian to it? Yeah. Cognitive liberty neural weapons and cognitive liberty um um neural weapons and cognitive liberty mind control. But where's Brian 2 at? What happened to Brian 2? Okay, there's Brian 2. Right here. This is Brian 2 right here. This is Brian 2 stuff. This is his active channel. He was active 7 days ago. Okay, there he is right there. But he talked about we are nodes on somebody's AI matrix machine too. So anyway, so just be careful about this. So just be careful about the fake gang stalking victims, because they love mixing gang stalking with religion and spirituality. And the new they love mixing gang stalking with religion and spirituality and the chosen one. And nobody is talking about a freaking chosen one. What's time of day? But here he is. This is him at the 1:00 mark doing the reptilian talk thing. That's how you can tell that chunk of these fake gang stalking victims that always do the reptilian talk thing. And then they want to talk to you about some freaking Jesus. But they don't talk about this, and I'm going to get to this in a minute. But let's talk about this fake gang stalking victim.
Goes through life fine every day, works hard, well respected, tells you that this is going on, why would your first instinct be not to believe them? That's what I would like to know. Because of course, whenever God shows us certain things and we see evil, we want to go to our closest and talk about it, right? Of course,
Okay, but he mixes this with religion and spirituality. Of course, nobody's gonna believe you because it had
and
nothing
the
to do with
first thing they
religion and
do is deny you and
spirituality.
call you crazy, right? But yet they can read the Bible,
Well, hold on.
and but yet they and the first thing they do is deny you and call you crazy, right?
See?
But yet they can read crazy, right? But yet they can read crazy, right? But yet they can.
See, you got that reptilian tongue thing. But there was prophets and God's anointed like Jesus, and they did amazing things. See, he's kind of situating himself. He's conflating himself with an anointed one. He's not. He's a victim of gang stalking, allegedly. And you are a victim of gang stalking. You are just an easy target of convenience and opportunity. You're not an anointed one. I mean, you're nothing special. You're just an easy target of convenience and opportunity. Okay, and then he talks about freaking demons. I'm getting sick and tired of everybody talking about demons. So anyway, so when you go to band.video to this website right here, band.video, and I suggest you do it in the next less than 24 hours from now, this website will be shut down, but it's band.video. When you go to band.video, there's nanotech one word, nanotech two words, and nanotechnology. If you go to band.video, remember, there's a lot of stuff about gang stalking on this website. This is a wonderful channel on band.video talking about gang stalking. I forget which video it is, but he talked about gang stalking as well right here. You got the Havana syndrome. They got rid of one video, but here it is right here from 4 years ago. And then you got this wonderful documentary right here. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, but so you got the Havana syndrome. You got to scroll down, but you got some wonderful stuff about the Havana syndrome, you know. And then you got Jesse Beltran and My Nexus Live. My Nexus Live. Okay. So just so sad that this website's about to be shut down. It just really, really pisses me off. Really, really pisses me off. And you got some old Greg Reese videos. Go to his actual website, Rumble and BitChute and Odyssey and Substack for more information about the COVID, and about gang stalking. Okay? Wonderful, wonderful channels of beautiful information that's going to be gone. And this dude talked about a little bit of gang stalking as well. This just pisses me off about this. So let's get to the meat and potatoes. Now, none of these chosen ones is going to talk about this.
Fingerprints. Yeah. So, Homo, because the World Economic Forum loves NASA, where they specifically talked about that technology honing in on your heartbeat through a laser and it being an identifier. They specifically talked about that technology honing in on your heartbeat through a laser and it being an identifier, just like your fingerprints. Yeah. So, you know, I think a lot of people are super behind on what's actually going on.
And see, like I said before, that Christensen guy, just check out my channel for Kevin Christensen. Check out my channel for WDB the Bastard, whatever. Hopefully, I played it. Hold on. So, like I said, Brian too talked about it. Let's go to my channel real quick. Just be careful of these fake gang stalking victims. You don't need to go to that. So just be careful about these fake gang stalking victims. You know, just go to my videos. Brian too talked about that you are a node in somebody's matrix, AI data center, new world order, satanic beast system, on the Internet of Bodies, the Internet of Things. You are a node, and they can send harassment to you. This dude talked about it again. This dude talked about it there, his channel. Having Christensen talked about having Christensen talked about sending brain chips, not brain chips, but sending pain remotely to you because they can attach themselves to you. It's a really good video, by the way. More than one reason. And this dude talked about brain chips as well, right here. You can see it. So yeah. So let's play it one more time.
They specifically talked about that technology honing in on your heartbeat through a laser and it being an identifier just like your fingerprints.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think a lot of people are super behind on what's actually going on. Mr. Harrison.
I don't know.
But you see, like I said, these fake gang-stalking victims.
Yeah, it just seemed like it just died.
See, these fake gang-stalking victims ain't gonna talk about it because a whole bunch of gang-stalking victims have talked about similar stuff over the years. Okay, so so let's go back to my channel. There's two videos. Let's go to my regular channel. Let's go to my regular channel. This will be the new introduction, but there's other introduction videos. The introduction videos that I will put in front of my protest video that I have to send one up here. This is introduction video right here. Okay, this is the introduction video right here. But if we go back to right here, this is the introduction video right here. Right in front of here is the introduction.
To engage in all kinds of street theater, cyber theater, etc. Yelling and screaming, jumping up and down, singing
And he's
Hallelujah,
right.
praise the Lord.
They loathe sending homeless people. Either they are mind control or they are part of the gang stalking, and if they do it and forced to do it, they will just act stupid.
My Next is live right here, and then you click on My Next.
Let's see if I can find the introduction video of the previous one that I have. So there are two older introduction videos. Let's see if I can find it. This is a really good video right here talking about how certain religious groups will use gang stalking, mind control, Havana syndrome to control people, to control their followers, parishioners or whatever. Where's my introduction video? Where's my introduction video? Oh yeah, this is the fake gang stalking victim right there. But where's my introduction video? This dude is the dude who sped on me after I told my psychiatrist that I wanted a new security job. This dude sped on me. And this dude harassed me as well. This man right here, in this video right here, talking about how they can implant fake and phony images into your brain. Okay? He did it to a mouse. He put a fake phony image of a threat into a mouse's brain, and that poor mouse thought that what he was seeing was real. So I experienced that remotely and wirelessly at the at Firestone, Walmart Firestone. But where is my other introduction video? Just hang on for a second. Where is my introduction video? That is weird. Put my glasses on. Because I can do this right here and it doesn't show up. Intro, it doesn't show up here. Sometimes. There's the old introduction video
Watching
right
those
there.
videos on YouTube is kind of weird. I don't know why. I mean,
That's not an introduction, but that's an update.
City models are being
World government, world central bank, world currency, and a microchip population, global state.
This is from earlier,
Mark
April
Zuckerberg just launched
2029.
something crazy that can manipulate your brain, and he made it
That's the older one. This is
Some can
the
take
latest
engage
one.
in all kinds of street theater, cyber
So the two
theater,
different type of
etc.
introduction videos for the month
Yelling and
of
screaming,
April
jumping up and down, singing
2026.
hallelujah, praise the Lord.
This will be a shorter introduction video, and I'll put this introduction video in front of my protest videos for the next week. Okay. So everybody have a nice day. My name is TALAN GODFREY. I'm a real gang stalking victim. I tried to call Alex Jones today. I couldn't get through. I'm sorry. So I'm wasting most of my time, but I suggest you got less than 24 hours to download everything that you can from this one website. All right. And be careful about the mind control. They can read your mind and they can control your thoughts. And they fucked me over with free cash so bad it's not even funny. All right, everybody, have a good day. Andre, I just want to say that I love you. Andre, I just want to say that I'm your mom and I love you and I miss you. I think about you all the time. The rest of my family, I will call you later on this week. And the reason why I supported this man right here, because Alex Jones did talk about gang-stalking. He did bring Dr. Robert Duncan and Dr. John Hall to the public. And the reason why, like I said before, a reason why a whole bunch of us real gang-stalking victims are not in jail, not in prison right now is because of Alex Jones, this man. Because he brought Dr. John Hall. And he told the truth about gang-stalking. He really did. And even though I lost my family and I've been homeless and I've been jobless, I am not in jail, not in prison, never been to those places, and I'm not taking medicines that I don't need right now. Because I know gang stalking is not a mental illness, it's dealing with science and technology. But this pisses me off that this website is about to be shut down. It really does. Alright, it can be really, really expensive to run, but this pisses me off that it's going to get shut down. So here it is. This is a popular mechanics magazine, Psycho-Electronic Weapons Effects. Go check it out. Time and date. And remember for Sabrina Wallace. Sabrina Wallace has a BitChute and a Rumble. This is her channel name. She had the Odyssey channel right here, as you can see right there. But she has a BitChute channel as well. She has a BitChute and a BitChute, a Rumble, and an Odyssey channel. All right. Oh, I don't know what happened there. All right. Peace, everybody. Have a good day.
And control grid influence. Remote influencing technology can create the appearance of a demon or archon possessing someone when it can be really just human military sources with advanced technology that they do not have the proper ethics to be wielding. The object behind presenting a demonic facade is to remain unseen while operating overtly. Technological possession is becoming more and more common. I understand the Vatican has reported a 100% rise in the number of requests for exorcisms over the past 15 years. I can safely say some of those cases are technological.
Product of the imagination and people's willingness to believe something because they want it to be true. I don't know why they would want it to be true. You see, because if it were true, these are not friendly aliens. They're doing some terrible things to people. If I were to kidnap somebody, pass them up through the roof, and take them somewhere, and perform operations on them, and take samples of semen and ova from their, reproductive organs, and and plant thoughts in their mind and all this kind of stuff and then bring them back, guess where I'd be right now? In prison. It's kidnapping. It's criminal. It's a terrible thing. If I were to do that to you, you wouldn't be too happy, would you? But somehow it's okay if an alien does it? I don't think so. So there's a morbid sense about all this too, as if people want to be hurt for some reason.